Hello friends, welcome to my channel DataMaking. In this video, we are going to discuss about how to create Python virtual environment and what is the use of it. Let's get started. Prerequisite for creating Python virtual environment is you should have Python installed on your machines. It can be a laptop or desktop, and of course you need a operating system. So I'm using a Ubuntu desktop operating system which is 24.04. I installed I installed Anaconda distribution of Python. If you are using classic Python, the command list will be little different. By I want to express here the use of Python virtual environment, uh, how it can be used to solve all this version conflicts when you build multiple application on your environment. Create a Python virtual environment. Okay, so since I'm using a Anaconda Python distribution, I'm going to use a Conda, which is a package manager for Anaconda Python. So we need to run this command conda create hyphen hyphen name. So you can specify the virtual environment name. I'm specifying AVNV, then provide the Python version. Python virtual environment is a self-contained directory which will have specific Python version and Python packages and libraries which is associated to the specific Python version. That is the Python virtual environment. What is the use of it? Basically, you can build a Python application with different versions, and if you want to maintain those version in different for the different applications, so we need a way. That is way is basically nothing but Python virtual environment. It's an isolation environment with a specific Python virtual environment with a specific Python version. What we achieve here is basically clean development environment, and we avoid version conflict. Example, I may develop a application which is specific a scikit-learn package which is for machine learning, and then later it may upgraded to different versions. So my Python application which I build using those packages, the earlier packages, may not work certain functionalities. You need to migrate your code. Instead, you can have a different Python virtual environment, having your specific Python virtual where you created this application and use it. This is the use of it. So let's use this command to create it. I'll just minimize this. So you can open a terminal window and run this command. You see, when I open the terminal, there's a prefix called base, which means by default it is using the default installation, which is the root installation of the Anaconda Python. So I don't want to install any packages on this root installation. Instead, I'm going to create a self-contained directory, which is Python virtual environment, and I'm going to make use of that in my Python project. I will show you how to use that. So let me run this command. So I'm using my machine is having Python 3.12. So I'm using, so based on your Python version, you can just choose it. So it is going to take a couple of seconds. Okay, it is going to asking, do you want to install all this? Means on the specific Python virtual environment. I say yes. Why? Okay, so it is completed. It is instructing. If you want to activate this environment, you have to say conda activate AVN, which is I created. So if you want to using other, so there are different way to create Python virtual environment using VNV. There's a package by default package called VNV. Using that you can create or virtual ENV. There are many multiple packages to create Python virtual environment. So based on what package you use or what way you use to create a Python instrument, the activation command may differ. Okay. So I'll just use this command, and now you will start seeing the prefix with the AIVNV. That means I am inside this my Python virtual environment. What are the package I will install? It is going to be under this Python environment. That's how you need to use it. So I how to use this Python virtual environment. So now if I launch this interactive mode, I will be using this Python virtual. So in the last uh, video, I told you how to install this uh, Visual Studio code. So in this, we created a project called a simple project called demo, and inside that I had a simple Python script. So it was using the default Python, which is like USR bin Python 3. Instead of this, I want to use the virtual environment which I created. For this, you just open the command palette and select the Python interpreter, and now you might see this here AIVNV, which is created. I can use this. Now if I execute this program using this play command, run command, now you start seeing this. It is using the Python under OM DataMaking Anaconda 3 ENVs, virtual environments. Under that AIVNV and bin slash Python. So it is using that Python from this virtual environment, and this project is executing. So this is how you need to create a Python virtual environment and use it in your application. So I also created a another project in PyCharm IDE. So I will also show you how to use that in PyCharm. So here again it is created the temporary virtual environment on this location, and it is using it. So example, let me run this code. So you see it is using the Python from this virtual environment .vn virtual environment. Instead of that, I want to use whatever I created just now. So let me run this program. Okay, just say hello, it's printed. So now we want to use our virtual environment. So go to the settings file as the in your PyCharm IDE, go to file menu, go to settings, and you see the project hyphen the project folder, hello world, and go to Python interpreter. Here by default it is using uh, this Python from the IVNV virtual environment. I want to add the new interpreter. Okay, so add a local interpreter. Here there are multiple options. I'm going to use the existing one, and then I will use this here, choose conda type, and by default it's coming. Let me see the one. See, this is a default one, and this is the one which I created. AIVNV is the virtual environment. I'll use this. So by default, it has come with some packages. I will say apply. Okay. Now if I try to run this program, it is indexing the packages. Now I should be able to execute it. Now you see it is using the Python interpreter from this AVNV Python virtual environment. Say hello, data making. So it is printing it. So this is how you need to create a Python virtual environment and use it in your project. Please comment this video and like this video. If you have any questions and suggestion, I'm happy to help you. See you in the next video, friends.